Hey there, just a quick shop update. Been working on the lathe lately, as I said I would do at the end of the last episode. And I bought the parts of this lathe in April 2016 for only 150 euros. And it has been a tremendous amount of work to get her back running. But taking a look at her now, I think this will pay off rather quickly. Now, for one, she's really beautiful. I like to just look at her, and I think that the gray paint fits her much better than the green paint it had before. I think it also probably comes pretty close to the kind of color that machines at that time would have had, I think. And I think that time must have been about 100 years ago. Now, some of the parts are original, like the frame, the band, the tailstock, the cross slide here, and of course like the spindle stock or headstock. But there are parts made from just construction type steel, like this flat iron here and this plate, and maybe some of those parts too. So I think that some guy, maybe 40 years ago or so, I would say, added this motor and these parts that you see in the back here to this machine. Well, I might change a little bit about that. It looks kind of whimsical in a way, quite the contraption. I like it, but it's not exactly according to the latest safety standards, I guess. Now, taking a closer look here at the motor, we have a induction motor with a motor capacitor running on 230 volts. I didn't give it a new paint job because I'll probably change this one. I'm going to use a more modern three-phase induction motor and hook that up to a variable frequency drive then. But you can see that from the small pulley we go up here to the large pulley, so we have our first reduction. And then that rotation, is going to this set of pulleys here, which can be used to adjust the rotational speed of the spindle by swapping the connections or changing the connections between these two pulleys, of course. So right now we're actually at the slowest speed setting, from small to large diameter, from smallest to largest diameter, so we have two reductions. And I've done some machining on this brass part here, which I just bought from a flea market a couple weeks ago. And I, for example, drilled a hole in the exact or close to exact center of that round workpiece, something that I always struggled with when I was trying to do that with my drill press here. And that alone, I think, will be a major improvement to the work that I'm doing here. Now, in order to do some actual machining, I still have to wait for a couple of irons to come here. I have this old iron here, but well, the ones that came with the lathe, they are just so worn out and kind of ground to death by the former owner. So I think that in the next couple of days I'll upload a longer, more detailed video about the restoration process of this, so that I have some closure for this project, and then we'll power her up and see her running. So see you in a couple of days.